But you know what? It is something that I really kind of embarrassed that I don't know how to do. I should learn it at some point in my life.
It is really fun to go
fun?
with your friends and have a little bit of wine and get a little lesson, and might be a nice thing to do when it's a little chilly out, Bets.
Yep, I think that is a solid idea, Christy Paul. Just get together with some friends, warm you from the inside out. And then when you step outside, if you got the sunshine, you're going to find that everybody's mood is elevated, most certainly. Lots of beautiful weather for the day today, even if the temperatures are a little bit below average. We're going to stay on the cool side of things as we try to time out rain that's starting to come in. That's what's new in the forecast. This timing is going to be kind of changing as the overall week evolves. And as far as what has changed, the Memorial Day weekend outlook is actually improving, which is definitely some good news. And I showed you this just a few moments ago with the rain chances. We are really front loading the week with the rain. These are kind of the slam dunk days that we know we're going to have rain at some point. It's timing out the individual showers to your neighborhood. That's where things get a little bit tricky. But our overall rain chances will really subside as we get to the end of the week and right on into the holiday weekend. So we do have some really good prospects, at least for some good days to come. These colors are all flipped around. These should all be yellow. That should be green. But basically, we're looking at periods of rain that we will be keeping an eye on. Then we may have some isolated impacts if we get any downpours, or it could impact some of the outdoor high school games and whatnot going on, or middle school games too. Here's a look at the big picture. This is the storm system that is going to be the big problem for us. And it's not just the storm system itself, but it's the upper level pattern that we are locking into. And that's just going to hold things in place. And that's why we have a very persistent pattern of rain that is setting up that will basically keep a pipeline of moisture coming to us as we have unsettled air that is sitting over the Great Lakes region, and it's just going to continue to spin these showers up and through the area. Looking a little bit closer in time, though, just the next 48 hours, we have a pretty good indication of when things are going to be coming through. So we'll take a look at your National Designer hour-by-hour forecast. We have a beautiful evening on tap. Enjoy it. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 50s to around 60 all the way until sunset, and then it's going to get chilly. Early tomorrow morning, out toward the state line area, there could be some very isolated patchy spots that get into the upper 30s. I do think we will stay frost-free here in Northeast Ohio. That is definitely some good news. You get out into the Laurel Highlands and some of those higher terrain areas east where they won't have the cloud cover coming in as quickly, and I think they're going to be a few degrees cooler. But near to home here, 7 a.m., temperatures in the 40s to right around 50 degrees. We'll have an east wind tomorrow, so that'll create a bit of a wind chop for the islands. But notice that the rain starts to enter into the picture here on the western front by the time we hit noon. Watch what happens as we get into the afternoon. That leading edge of rain is really going to have a hard time coming into the dry air that we have in place right now. And as a result, we're going to continue with mostly cloudy skies, but thanks to the east wind, we're going to make temperatures that make it into the mid-60s for the afternoon. Ultimately, by evening, this is when the heart of the moisture starts to move in, and we will have a wave of water that moves over us for the late afternoon, evening hours. That will continue into the overnight and into Wednesday morning. This will be a good drink of rain for Northeast Ohio. So if you have been planting all weekend long out in the garden, that's what I got to do. You're not going to have to water. That's a nice little bonus there. Here's your Union Home Mortgage forecast. We'll stay in the mid-60s Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll drop it back into the upper 50s for Thursday and Friday. And then we start to turn it around. As mentioned, we'll see improving conditions through the holiday weekend when temperatures getting into the upper 60s. And by this time next week, we'll be staring down average temperatures right around 70 degrees as we head toward the middle of next week.
Average is good. At this point, we'll take it. All right. Thank you, Bets. Appreciate it.